Alright, I'm gone. It's Friday. Memorial Day Friday. Let's get wasted high. We're beaten down. Just getting out of water.
Reporters that he hopes one day to return to Iran, but will continue to make films about his country from the outside for now.
Let's get some power out of this fucking rice rocket, why don't we? We're getting on at 60. And this thing from Timmy Hose. You can't see it because I don't have enough room to get it in there, but
the two-night event airs Wednesday, May 29th.
the lemonade refreshers. Dynamite. Dynamite.
From Fisher Investments. Fisher is committed to helping clients stay on track.
It's kind of like a Slurpee.
Financial goals and enjoy a comfortable retirement. FisherInvestments.com. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss. From Angie, dedicated to
It already gave me a little pickup and I just got it fucking 3 minutes ago. I'm an inch into it. I got it at 10 in Gratiot and I'm at 94 in 9 Mile.
And from the Public Welfare Foundation.
I'm already feeling better. A little sugar in you. Never hurt.
This is Michigan Public Library. Stay tuned for news headlines coming up in just a moment.
How do we judge this economy? Well, in countless ways. We judge it with inflation and housing and gold and consumer buys. The week there was, that function is not alone.
And you can catch Marketplace tonight at 6:30. That's right after all things considered. Support for Michigan Public comes from the U of M
Friday.
showcasing American history.
Riding down the road on a Friday. Riding down the road on a Friday. Riding down the road on a weekend. Riding down the road to the weekend. Riding down the freeway to the fun day. We're going 75 now. Nobody will be following us at this speed. Oh, that guy almost kissed the wall, dude. What a fucking moron. Wonder if he was texting his bae just to say hey. And then he couldn't stay inside his lane. Then he hit the wall. I gotta stop drinking this fucking thing. I'm gonna get fucking sugar blasted. There's probably 1,000 fucking grams of sugar in this motherfucker, and I'm gonna back out the throttle, back out the throttle.
I can see that person is not someone who got
Going 65 now.
someone who's faced with an immensely difficult situation, and they chose what they chose.
When an artist designs an instrument that transforms reflected light from a Joshua tree into sound.
And now I'm playing the tree up there.
And a London-born teenager will be made a saint. Thursday saint. Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Janine Hurst. The White House says Egypt's president
The drug also appeared to lower the risk of heart issues and death. The study was published Friday in the New England Journal of Medicine. It was funded by Novo Nordisk, which manufactures Ozempic and Wegovy. The company says it will seek approval from the Food and Drug Administration for expanded use of Ozempic to treat patients with diabetes and chronic kidney disease. Cindy Lupkin, NPR News.
Wall Street higher by the closing bell, with the Nasdaq hitting a record. The Dow up 4 points. The Nasdaq up 184 points, closing at 16,920. That's up 1.1%. You're listening to NPR News.
And with Michigan Public News, I'm Rebecca Cruz. Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel is joining a coalition of more than 20 attorneys general and 4 cities to file a motion in defense of the EPA's new emissions rules. The rules limit emissions on heavy-duty vehicles like freight and delivery trucks, shuttles, buses, and street sweepers. The EPA is facing a lawsuit from 25 Republican attorneys general seeking to pause the rules. The rules take effect starting with model year 2027. Detroit officials say they want to better understand the mental health concerns of residents and how the city could treat those issues more effectively. Detroit City Council President Pro Tem James Tate is leading the effort. He says in recent months, police received more than 13,000 calls from people concerned about their own well-being.
What makes it even scarier is that 4,600 people had suicide crisis calls. That number is not decreasing. The number is increasing in this country.
Tate notes that a University of Michigan study found that more than 20% of the students in Detroit schools had also contemplated suicide. That was before the COVID-19 pandemic. If you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis, you can contact the 988 Lifeline. Call or text 988. Memorial Day weekend marks the official start of the summer driving season. AAA says more than 1.3 million Michiganders are expected to travel over the holiday weekend. That's the second highest since the Auto Club started tracking travel numbers in 2000 and higher than pre-pandemic levels. AAA says it expects over 1 million people to travel by car and just under 70,000 to fly. Meanwhile, there's some pain at the pump for Michigan motorists this weekend. Patrick DeHaan is with GasBuddy.com.
Right now, the national average sits at about $3.61 a gallon. Michigan about 8 cents a gallon higher than that. Overall, the national average up just 4 cents from a year ago. So quite a bit of stability.
DeHaan expects gas prices will start falling soon and through much of the summer driving season. This is Michigan Public News, michiganpublic.org.
Support for NPR comes from NPR stations. Other contributors include proven.
Sorry, I'm not doing no pausing today. I'm
Color
lazy as
choice
fuck.
shrubs, offering flowering shrubs and evergreens selected for home.
But you know where that
landscapes.
fast forward button
More
is if
at
you want.
WoodlandWintersColorChoice.com/NPR.
This is all things considered.
I mostly just put these out there just because there's somewhere to put them and I can fucking
Conversations about abortion policy.
document my drive in case anything
14
happens.
strangers in Wisconsin came together for an experiment to try to find common ground.
Instead of just wasting the shit, instead of just filming it and then deleting it.
But first, the top United Nations court has ordered Israel to immediately stop its military operation in Rafah, in southern Gaza. The International Court of Justice does not have the power to enforce its own rulings, but this ruling does add to the pressure that Israel feels internationally and domestically to end the war in Gaza. NPR's Hadil Al-Shalchi joins us now from Tel Aviv. Hey, Hadil.
I'll pause for you.
Hello.